Springtime, Northern California, Lake Berryessa. The spawn is happening. Bass are on the beds. It's beautiful weather out. We've got an abnormally early spring, I would say. It's getting warm. It's been a warm winter and these bass are fired up. So we're getting on Lake Berryessa this morning. Our good friends at Gone Fishing totally hooked us up with a Ranger. So we got a bass boat. We got all the forward-facing sonar. We got the charts. Just gonna go see what I can do. I didn't have anybody to go with me this week. So I'm like, you know what? Being by myself, I got my camera guy, not gonna keep me from fishing. So we're here. And I haven't fished it since last fall. I'm just gonna look at some areas that we fished last fall and start looking around for bass with the sonar, with my eyeballs, seeing if I can see beds. I'm gonna start trying to dissect this giant body of water by myself and have some fun. Hopefully I can catch a bass. Any of you who are not familiar with Lake Berryessa, it's Northern California. It's a gigantic body of water. There's some really big bass that get caught out of this lake every year. There's spots, there's smallmouth, there's meanmouth, and of course largemouth bass in here. So they've got a diverse population of bass. They got salmon, kokanee, trout, catfish, crappie, like all the things it takes to make bass really big. I don't know the lake at all, so I kind of looked at some spots on the Humminbird map, some places that we went last year. Got a nice steep bank with some shallow edges, I think, where they'll be pushing up, looking, make beds. A bunch of trees laid down here, so I figured this is a good spot to start. I'm gonna drop in, turn the electronics on, and see if I can find some fish. This time of year, they like cover. I think they're gonna be shallower in the cover, so I'm looking for, you can kind of see these spots here, where these trees are all laid down. There's rocks, there's gravel, and there's also trees in the water. And then down here a little farther, you can't really see it, but I can see there's like willows and stuff coming up. So we've kind of got everything bass are looking for as far as structure goes, depth of water, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna fish this little bit of sunny bank since it's springtime. I think they'll be in the sun. And then as that sun gets a little higher, I'll probably switch to the shady side and see what happens there. We'll see what that looks like. So as I go down the bank here, I've got the Apex 13 up here on side scan. So I wanna see this side of the bank and see what kind of structures over there I'll be able to look at. And then on the live, I've got the Mega Live 2 on the target lock up there. So I can turn it and look wherever I want with this button here, kind of move it around. I'm gonna kind of put it just at a 45, and then I'm gonna cast into this stuff right here. So I'm thinking this morning, these bass will still be pushed up kind of shallow. So I'm running a weightless, a darting swimmer, and oh, there was one right there. So, it's rigged. It's a rigged weightless. I went with a kind of a big one. It's got a white belly, kind of an olive sparkly top. When you pop that thing, it turns like this, so it flashes under the water, and it allows me to throw it right up in the shallows there. I'll show what I got rigged here. You can kind of see how that bait looks, and I got it rigged on just like that. And that thing got smashed as soon as it hit the freaking water. I'm almost running this like a jerk bait or a fluke. It's kind of popping it. There's another one. God, they're grabbing it. Just kind of twitching it. It's kind of twitching it like that, and then it'll just nose down and kind of dive on its own. And then just light little smacks there. God, they hit it hard. Dude, look at, he ate the tail off of my darting swimmer. bass ate it as soon as it hit the water. Dude, come on. Well, let's get another one out. There he is. He ate it twice. First cast when I put the tail back on it. Oh, came unbuttoned right there. Damn it. Well, that freaking bait is working good. That's crazy. That's like 4 fish right there I just hooked. Well, we picked a good spot, looks like. There's fish here. Had a bunch of bites on this bait. And lost almost all of them. So I might have to switch up rigging opportunities here. I'll have to switch up rigging options. I love how this bait works and fish are digging it, but this hook's not as heavy as that one I broke off. It's not sinking it. I kind of just like to keep moving, covering water, but what I'm thinking is that darting swimmers freaking looks so good in the water, but I don't know if I have any more of those heavier hooks to get it to sink like I like. So I'm gonna fish it kind of subsurface, shallow a little bit through these trees. And if I don't get bit, I'm gonna switch up presentations. I got another option, a couple options. Oh, he ate it right there. Ate it again. That was cool. I just threw that right underneath that bush right there, and he ate it once. I felt him, and he came back and freaking smacked it again. It's a little smallie. Right there. First bass to the boat. Not the 5th bite. Little guy. Let's see if we can step it up a bit now. Broke the ice. Darting swimmer did its deal. Ooh. Nice. A little better fish. That's a good one. Nice. There we go. That's 2 in a row. That's a nicer fish. Stacked into that tree right there. Getting ate up. See if we can go 3. Try to throw it underneath that tree now. You know, all these bass are kind of hanging in the same areas. The largemouth and the smallmouth are all kind of sitting in the same. Just catch, you know, you kind of never know exactly what you're gonna get there. You know, doing this stuff, I kind of prefer those big largemouth just because they're getting big in here. It's fun. They seem to fight a little harder too, the ones that I've been catching. Kind of fun. So I've had some success on this right here. What I'm gonna do, now that I know that there's some fish there, I've got a nail head rigged up that I'm gonna put a fatty Z on and rig it weedless and drop it back in behind it and see if I can get a few more fish. These things will just stand up on themselves. They'll just stand straight up. Just work it across the bottom, hopping it off rocks and stuff. This is deadly. Trophy bass. I'm gonna start with a crawfish Pro Cure scent on there. That crawfish, it kind of crawfish color anyway, kind of a pattern like a crawfish down on the bottom. I'm gonna throw that out and see. I like this setup here is kind of nice because you can work them at all depths. You can throw it shallow. You can work it out off these deep ledges. The whole deal. Get A lot more opportunity to be in the fish for sure. Really important that you have a high vis line of some sort when you're doing this, so you can watch it swim off those ledges and detect bites. And we're using an Endurex high vis here, but the Spinx braid is great too. So I'm just kind of working my way down this bank, and in my head, like, I got bit a bunch by that cover back there. There was trees coming out of the water, laying down in the water, sticks and stuff, lots of brush, typical kind of bass stuff. Oh, there's a fish right there. Followed it up. I got one bite in the rocks. Just had that one follow it up in the rocks. Some small, definitely smallmouth. But what I'm thinking is those largemouth, those bigger largemouth, they're going to be in this cover a little bit more. We'll see. That's kind of what I'm thinking. There's definitely some bait fish marking on the fish finders, different things going on, but immediately I got bit on this thing, on the darting swimmer up shallow when I got here. So I'm going to maybe go back to that right away. Right off the bat, first cast. Man, that thing is doing well. Might be a bigger fish too. That's cool. So just like I was thinking, right in the sticks, in the trees, with that swimmer. Oh, nice little smallie. Pretty nice little fish. That tells me that I'm doing the right thing. So I got this, I think I got the right color. They're eating the heck out of it. Like, I caught had a lot of bites already. So I've got, that thing's doing good. That little bad boy right there has gotten bit a lot. I'm gonna keep throwing that. P-line and Durex braid. This is the only braid on the market that is guaranteed for life not to fade, which makes it great for the high-vis situations like we're doing out here at Berryessa. This electric green, the high-vis finesse presentations that we're doing. You can watch that line move, detect the most subtle bites. The Endurex high-vis braid, running them on spinning reels, great option. Real subtle, just letting that thing kind of stop. It stalls and then just starts to kind of sink into those trees. And then just a couple little pops and it does this out of there. And I'm gonna fish it out just a little ways and then I'll just kind of fish it quick back in case something's following it. But kind of see there, I want to get shots of it in the water. Like, watch how deadly this thing is. See how it falls with its head down? And then you just give it a couple little pops and it does the same thing. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Now watch it. It kind of falls away and then does just a little dart, and you can kind of see that flash when it rolls from the white to the green side. Look at that. Just almost like a jerk bait. It's just beautiful. Freaking fish are tearing it up. It's cool too, like when it's shallow, when we're working it so shallow, the water's so clear, you can actually see those fish, watch them come up and eat it. I pulled it out of one or two's mouth, getting so excited watching them eat it. Okay. A largemouth. Since it dies down, the bite's been good. He's cute. You know, yeah, I was just trying to get numbers right now. Making sure that they hold on to this bait until I get a good hook set in them, I think is key. So I'm gonna put some Procure on it. Some of this bait sauce, the bass bait sauce here. So it's such a light bite, you know, you don't feel them until they've been on chewing on it for a minute. So giving them that little bit of scent on there, I think gives them a hair longer. But yeah, I'm not doing anything to, there's another one, per se, like target. God damn it, he's fouled me. Big fish. I think it's just, but I mean a little bit. I'm fishing the biggest one of these baits that I have. The biggest bait I have, kind of hoping to target some bigger fish, but the little fish are pounding on it too, which is fun. Just skipping this thing under those trees, it's just getting pounded. You kind of see what I'm looking at here. As I work my way in, I saw this kind of secondary cove back here off the main lake, and it's full of, oh, that one hit it on top. He ate it again on top. Oh my God, that was so awesome. Well, there's fish in here. That was I haven't really found any big fish yet. Mostly, you know, I found some decent ones, but nothing big, but they seem to be in shallow. That one just freaking smashed it off the top. Let's see if I can do that again. I was kind of thinking, oh, there he is. It was only a matter of time before one ate this off the surface, and it happened. So that was super fun. See if we can find a bigger one now, though. Nice little largemouth. Using a 3/0 Gamakatsu offset worm hook and just rigging it weightless on that darting swimmer. Those fish are up there in those trees. I just broke a nice fish off. Actually working really well for me. Super fun. Really fun way to fish it too. Kind of fast. It's fast in the way I can get a lot of stuff in and out of there, but it's kind of a slow finesse presentation on as well. So I'm using these big ones. I'm using, oh, that's a big one. I'm gonna use that 6 3/4 inch bait. Try to target a bigger fish now, maybe. The 5 3/4 has been working good. As I said, it freaking gets smashed, and then, oh, that's a good one too. Takes me into the trees. I was just about to switch because it seemed like they might have moved off the bank a little, but I think what we're figuring out is it there next to these trees that are laying down here. Nice little fish. Try that again. Haven't had a bite for, ooh, I don't want to lose that rod. So the way these fish are eating this bait, that fish swam out of that log right there. I'm sure he was off to the side. He moved quite a ways for it. And they're eating it on a slack line and just inhaling it. And so they're not even moving the line. Like I can't see it, I can't feel it. I just go to start moving it again, and those fish are there, it's just heavy. So I've been trying to just slowly move it a little bit if I'm not twitching it, just to hopefully get that hook set in them a little bit quicker. My theory at the moment is I think those big bass are still out just a little bit deeper, is what I'm thinking. I think I might have to switch some stuff up. Maybe throw some big swim baits out a little deeper. I've been looking out in the deep stuff with the forward-facing sonar, and I'm not seeing a lot of activity as far as like, oh, there's a fish, a bigger fish. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I was sitting here yakking. That was the biggest fish of the day. He wasn't huge, but I can just ate that thing right up. Anyway, who knows? That was a nice fish. And I lost. I just swam it right across that point too. That was cool. That was a pretty good one. That was probably the biggest one of the day. A couple pounds, nothing huge, but it's kind of fun. I caught 2 fish right back in here though. Oh, another one ate it. Another one ate it right next to the log. Try to keep his head down this time. It's a smallie, I think. Yeah, it's kind of fun, this bait. I can skip it underneath these trees because I got it rigged weightless, so it's just like, just skips it right underneath that. That smallie was sitting right next to the freaking, that log right there. That's 3 fish in this one spot. Freaking head down fish. That was cool. Come here, buddy. That's the biggest fish of the day for me, I think. Definitely, that's big. Oh. That's a good one. I think I just hooked him a second ago. I saw him come up and eat it. Oh, that's a good one. Yes! It's working, man. Fishing. Well, that's a wrap today. It was awesome for the first day out. I feel like I found some fish, found a lot of fish. We caught a lot of fish. And it was super fun. Lots of largemouth, lots of smallmouth, and kind of put together the pattern. And the pattern for me, I think, was trees in the water, off the bank. Anything offshore, I wasn't catching fish on. As the trees were coming down from the bank in the water, it had largemouth on it. Every one of them, it seemed like. Catch him on his big minnow. I sized up to a 6 3/4 inch at the end of the day to try to get that one big fish. I had a lot of fish still eating it, but nothing. I didn't land any of that big one. So I got a couple nice fish, but that's the end of the day. Super excited. A lot of fun. I could do this all night watching those fish. It's all visual, right? Like throwing this bait in there, and the way I got it rigged, it just barely flutters down. And as it darts, it starts to sink right into the shadows of those logs, and you could just see those fish come out and grab it. It was so much fun, so visual, so active. It's such a fun way to fish in the spring for largemouth, and can't wait to do it again.